Out here on the porch today, pretty nice day, so I decided to come up here and do a little work on the Mossberg 500 shotgun. And as we know, shotguns are so versatile, allows us to do so many things. This one has an interchangeable barrel, so I could take a deer hunting if I wanted with a rifle barrel, and sights, as I've showed in the video. I could do some trap or skeet with it. A shotgun just allows you to have really a versatile weapon. What I'm going to do with this today, have the Uncle Mike's magazine cap super swivels. I'm going to put these on today. Also have Butler Creek Easy Rider Sling to go on here. And this Mossberg, got this fairly long time ago. It's probably the early 90s. And it did not come with the swivel. And there's been plenty of times if I took this deer hunting, or as Syntax 77 saw this past weekend when we were turkey hunting, he carried it around for a majority of the morning. I think we covered like 5.5, almost 6 miles of walking through the woods, and without a sling he had to carry that in his arms the whole time, and of course that can get your arms a little bit on the tired side. So decided to go ahead and get these magazine cap super swivel. Again, this is Uncle Mike's, and I have everything that I need, I think, except for my vise I'm going to go get to go ahead and put this on. Shouldn't take very long. I do have the camo form wrap on this, and I'm going to have to go ahead and take that off up in the front a little bit and back here. But the one thing with this camo wrap, it's easy off, or easy on, easy off, and easy back on again. Here's everything that comes with the kit. We have our retainer bolt. This is a piece right here that when you're unscrewing it, this doesn't come all the way out. This holds that in there. This is a spanner wrench that we'll use with this. This piece is going to go into this piece will go into the stock right here, and this will get screwed in right there. And we have our two swivels. First thing I'm going to do is go ahead and peel this camo wrap off to about right there, so it exposes our bolt, and we'll start to go ahead in for the replacement. So let me get that done. We have our camo form wrap peeled back, so we're going to go ahead and loosen this up and take the barrel off and start to work with it. And we can see it unscrewing at this point. Pull the barrel out. As we can see, this is that bolt right here that actually won't come out all the way because it's got that retaining pin in there. So that's what we're going to use this. That's what we're going to use the wrench for, to go ahead and remove that all the way. And here's our wrench. We just put right in this end, and then go ahead and should be able to remove this bolt the rest of the way. Original retaining clip. I will not say that was easy to get out of there. Even with that wrench that they include, it really doesn't go in there and grip those. So it was a real struggle to get that out of there. It took me probably about 15 minutes of messing. So this was a little bit on the difficult side. We're going to go ahead and put the new one back on, put the new one in, and start the retaining ring on there. Just using my fingers for now, get that retaining ring on the bolt. And getting a little farther now, and I'll just go ahead and use the wrench to get that in there the rest of the way. Alright, that is in. We'll go ahead and put the swivel base in now. Right in there. So now we have the swivel onto the barrel. And next we'll go ahead and work on the stock Put this barrel aside for a few minutes to get the stock all set up. Have the camo wrap off of the stock. And into our vise just to hold it steady as we drill. On the directions, recommends coming about 2.5 inches up from the end of the stock. I think I'm going to do it right in between at about 2.25. And I'm not including the butt plate on this. So I'm going to do it about right here or so. Make sure I'm in the middle. And here we have our 732 that we're just going to go in just 1/8 of an inch. Not too far at all. So I just have a piece of tape on there marked at 7/8 of an inch. Go here right in the center. Down to our 7/8 inch mark. I'm trying to put this in there. I don't really see why they're leaving a space in there. So I'm going to actually drill this out a little bit bigger. So when we go to put our spacer in there, it's going to get in there a little bit better. Pretty hefty wood screw that we're putting in there. The pilot hole that they tell you to drill, way too small for this, is not going in there. And if anything, it's going to crack the stock. So I'm going to go ahead and drill it out a little bit more. I think I have a 11/64 size. So as far as some of these directions with this Uncle Mike, I'm not really happy with overall. Looks like a lot better size hole for this. Now we'll go ahead and now we can sink that in there. Get my punch and screw that in from the side in there. Now let's go ahead and put this back together, and I'm going to put the wrap back on and then we'll do the sling. Put the camo form tape back on to the stock, and up here right around where our swivel was, let's take a quick look. Right here is where our swivel stud is sticking through on the stock, and then right up here is where we have our swivel for the top, where the magazine swivel. So we're back together. If you care to check out the camo form video I did, you can check it out right here. Pretty interesting on how this works. Leaves no residue, removable, as you can see, comes off, goes back on again. Very good product, I like it, so if you care to, check that video out. Have the Butler Creek pad I got. I think I got this at Walmart. This was a $12 or $13, I think. The Uncle Mike's product, about $17 on Amazon. And again, came with the swivels, a sling with swivels on there. You wouldn't need these Uncle Mike's. So I purposely bought one without it. So we'll just go ahead and very easily put these on. This goes right through, as you can see, like that, and then just a little space in here, so then I can go ahead and feed the bottom piece through. And we are through. Tighten that up. And that is on there. That is, I'm pulling, not as quite as hard as I could pull, but very, very tight seal on there. So that is the top. That's up near the top. So you can see the logo. That is on there. Do very good. And we're going to go ahead and do the same for the bottom. I'm just going to get some slack in there as much as I can. And put my swivel through. And just go ahead and feed up through the sling and down, but tighten that up in there. Not sure if you can see that, but that's how it goes in, and then we're going to tighten that up. Take all the slack out. And again, putting a very strong force on there, and it is not going anywhere. So we have our swivels onto our sling. As you can see, it took no time whatsoever. We have our swivel. That's actually tightening it up. That's what you want to lock once you get that on there, but you loosen it up, and then you can push this, and that unlocks for you, so you can go ahead and feed that. Push again, secure it in there, and then just tighten that swivel up. And it is definitely on there. We'll go ahead and do the same for our base. Again, here's our swivel. Go ahead and unlock this by unscrewing that, and you're able to push, and that gives you the access to go right through our swivel here, or our swivel stud. Push that through, line it back up again, and tighten it up. And here we go. Now, from certainly toting this around in the woods turkey hunting, to just being able to throw it on your back, nice and easy, using a call, a box call, slate call, mouth call even, two hands. So you certainly have some options here. And again, the Uncle Mike's product, it was a little bit more difficult than it should have been. The directions, I think, were a little faulty. So I give it really about a B- for the directions and getting that retaining piece off. That wrench that they included was not the greatest. So I have to give it about a B-. This Butler Creek, so far so good with that. It was nice, and just chose just the black one instead of camo. With feels very nice, feels very light and good on the shoulder. So I think that's going to be a good product. So this is White Ruck 85 signing out off the Delmarva Peninsula today with the Uncle Mike swivels for the Mossberg 500 and the Butler Creek Sling.